Kevin.
And this is the Dad Pod. Today we have a special guest.
Hi, I'm Andy. Hello.
And then we have returning guest,
Joseph.
Joe.
Whatever.
And my wife's here too.
I'm here. Hello.
So this is going to be version 2.0 of Off Topic. Basically, we couldn't think of anything to talk about, and we have too many freaking people here.
Yeah. This is probably the largest cast we've had.
You're like a real pod person.
I'm like a real. It's not a mug though. It's
Thermos.
it's a
It's a
thermos
cheap Yeti.
thermos tumbler.
The word is turvis.
Turpus.
Turvis.
Tervis.
Tervis.
It is Tervis.
I know because I have one.
I just remember seeing the thing in him.
I wanted it. Yeah, I
So-
just went to a store and bought it.
Yeah, I was like, it's Ozark Trail, nothing fancy, but it does. It
That
does
was
the
his
job.
the
birthday
job.
present to himself.
Yeah.
So, Andy, how long has it been since you've seen any of us?
Oh, I don't know. How long was that? Well, apparently the last time I saw you guys was the day before my wedding, and that was 2 years ago?
Well, I definitely wasn't there for that.
I think it was 2 years ago. I don't even remember, honestly.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't there for that.
Well, yeah.
He wasn't. Yeah, you weren't there. I mean, last time you saw him though, he was like,
I can't remember.
Good
I think I
lord.
was
Junior
walking.
high?
I was walking into the high school after school for some reason, and you were there.
I was
walking
probably there
into the school, but you weren't. You had already graduated.
I was probably helping with the theater, the drama club.
That makes sense.
I-
because you're a drama queen.
Yas, queen! But yeah, I was probably just doing something with the drama club because I loved our drama director, and yeah, so I went and helped them a lot.
I think about just after high school was the last time I saw you. I can't remember
I think I probably saw you one time when I went to go pick up your sister.
possibly.
That sounds so
That sounds really bad.
just
It
in
does.
context, out of context.
Yeah.
With context, I was bro-zoned by her a long time ago, so
Yeah, there was no chance for you.
there was not.
She said
Was he
it.
not at either
Yeah,
one of your
I've
Her words
accepted it.
exactly. There was no chance.
And now
for
she's
you.
best friends with my wife.
birthday
So.
or 21st?
It was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't my 21st.
I just remember those were like two of the main
It
parties.
was.
that
It
you
was
had.
no. It was my graduation party and my
Or no,
19th
19th birthday. That's
19th birthday party.
Why am I
He was
thinking
there for
21st?
one of them, and he ended up passing out, and one of the chairs like curled
I
up in
remember
a
that.
ball.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, that was a bonfire night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of those.
Yeah.
My favorite party of all time is when John ended up with like
Oh, yeah.
shaving cream
That was
from head to
hilarious.
toe. And then Michael
That was-
comes out and goes, "What's
No,
going
he
on?"
he just peeked out the window.
It's
like,
been
what
a
are you guys
long
doing?
night.
Michael, your uncle Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He peeked his head out because we had woken him up. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" And we all look
In
up, and
unison.
everybody's
We're just
like, "It's been a long night."
That was the night Tony chased John around the block.
Yeah,
Because he got it with the
whipped
whole
him.
shaving cream in the hand
And we all
trick.
act like we went to the corner store. We came
That was really
Oh, we're
fun.
just coming back from the corner store.
Guys must be different than girls with sleepovers.
Yeah.
'Cause I was never allowed at my older sister's sleepovers.
Oh. Yeah. No, I ended up like there was.
They're my friends, not yours. Leave me alone.
God. I didn't care. Yeah, I mean, guys in general are different. You know that.
No, it was more of a, I was just kind of tagging along.
Yeah, I
I
tried
kind of put
that.
myself in there.
No,
You're just
I
like, oh,
tried
okay.
that. I got shut down real quick.
So you were in the Navy.
Unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately. Do I regret my decision in joining? No. Do I regret the rate that I was in? Yes.
God, I remember dropping you off. It was so weird, like seeing you go. I felt like I wasn't gonna see you forever.
And yet here I am.
Surprise.
Full
Yeah.
beard later.
Full beard later.
That's a good one.
Hey, you went from like looking like I don't even know. You look
12
like
years old as to quote what literally everyone else says.
Baby face.
You were 12
I'd be
years
giving
old.
you 14.
Thank you.
We went from a 14-year-old to a 40-year-old real fast.
She 40.
Okay,
God.
you jumped it real hard there.
Okay.
I'd say he's about 27.
Yeah,
So to put it in perspective, like so in the military you have to shave
Every day.
and you
That's
know,
why I no longer shave.
it sucks. So the first 2 years I was in, I was able to go like 2 or 3 days without shaving.
Yeah.
And then when I was in one of my trainings, like for school, they made me like a class leader for the group. So now I was still like not shaving like every 2 or 3 days. And then like as soon as I got put in charge, like my body was just like, now you're gonna grow it every day. So I went in and hadn't shaved that day and immediately got chewed out and got fired from that position real quick.
Wow.
It sounds like your mind was like, oh god, I've got to man up, and then all this testosterone just freaking released.
Yeah, that was.
you went from 14 to 20.
Yeah. Well, no, I still look like I was
Oh yeah,
14.
But like your body was like, you got to transition
I
now,
was
dude.
14 with a little extra hair.
Puberty, boom.
No, when I got to my ship afterwards, like when I like first showed up, they took us down into the propulsion plant, and I got to walk around all that. I had a master chief that came down and saw everybody and was like, hey, all the new people, hey, how you doing? And he looked at me, he's like, your parents know you're here? Do you have a permission slip to be here? And I had a piece of paper in my back pocket just randomly, and I was like, yeah, it's signed right here.
Oh, that's great.
Man.
Yeah, I had a rough time. Like
Oh, I bet you did.
being 14 years old in the military.
Oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. Like being, looking like I'm 14, and then so I was qualified what's known as load dispatcher, which is he's an electrician on an aircraft carrier that's basically in charge of the entire electrical distribution system of the ship. Like people call me and ask me, hey, can I start this load? And I can tell them yes or no. If I wanted to, I could. If somebody in another department was being rude, I could just be like, hey, go shut off this breaker, turn off power and AC to their berthing if I wanted to, but we weren't allowed to do that. But I had the power. I could have done it.
I never did it, but I had the power.
But yeah, like all these people are like asking me, and it's like, yeah, I'm this big, like important dude, and then like these new guys are showing up and they're like 18 with like they just look like adults, and they're just like, you're in charge. It's like,
Yep. Hello. I run the show here.
Oh,
Would you
I
like
can
a
see
lollipop?
Oh god.
that. I can see that.
That's messed up. But no, now you look like an actual adult, which is great.
sure. I mean, I guess.
Just
Now-
don't shave and you're fine.
Now
you don't
now
get
you
fined if you
do,
don't shave.
now you don't get carded when you go out and get drinks.
That's a lie. I still get carded when I go by rated M games. Talking about
And you're just a really young guy with a beard.
That beard looks fake.
Where did you buy that at?
It's a really good fake, but it's fake.
I swear it's real. Tug on it.
Oh man.
I just shaved my beard.
Yeah, you just look like
I look weird with
Yeah, Joe.
you look like a douchebag.
I should have never.
You had the chin strap for a while.
He
there.
still has the chin strap. Look.
I do.
No,
Look at
but
that.
no.
Oh,
he
you
used to have like the thin chin
Yeah,
strap
I used
for a
to.
while.
But I let it come back here.
I mean,
cut it back.
At least you don't look like what your dad used to call you.
A Muslim. Because I would just
He looked
trim
like a
the
straight
sides,
up, like
and then
Paris,
it would
right?
come down like this. It was.
Oh, and he had like the unruly hair too. So
Yeah.
it was.
It was bad.
I guarantee you, though, if he was old and he had that beard that was just straight long and it was white, everybody'd be like, man, you look like you belong in ZZ Top. It'd be perfectly
Badass,
normal.
man.
And he wouldn't look, Arabic.
Yeah.
But
No, he looked like he was from the Middle
Well,
East.
your
like I
dad
was
used to
an
get on you
Arab.
too.
Oh yeah, until this started growing in finally.
Well, so it was for Mother's Day, and their dad made them shave
Oh, yeah,
for
we
their
both
for their grandmother.
I shaved everything.
And all he would talk about
Me
was
too.
how they both looked completely unkempt because of the full beards.
He's like,
I was like, don't
Shit,
you dare
looks good
shave
now.
it.
I have to trim mine because I end up eating my beard.
Yeah, that
It
is.
folds up,
pain.
and I just
I got my
Picks in my
mustache.
mouth. I'm like, well, that's annoying.
He gets that with his mustache.
I just do this.
And then he'll have like
That's what
beard
I
hair
have to-
on his shirt, and I'll have to sit there and pick it off for him.
Oh, I can't have my mustache hang below my
No,
lip.
I
It
gotta
drives
trim
me
that.
nuts. I have to trim it.
I love it.
It's so
If I can get it long
just
enough, I can do
feel
the
it on your
twirl.
lips, just like nope.
Yeah.
Just twirl it like that.
He's
Well,
got
we're
some
not.
beard balls.
We're not evil. We're not a villain.
He likes to think he is.
Yeah.
I mean, in this household, he might be. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't live here. I don't know who's the
I'm gonna
villain, who's
say
the
he
hero.
likes to think he runs the show.
She wears the pants.
This is my house.
Actually,
And the
maybe
shoes.
it's you wear the pants. She just picks them out for you.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. When he wants to make a decision, he has to go to get his balls from my purse.
Yeah. It's like
I think that's every married guy,
It is,
honestly,
though.
because
It
I'm the
is.
same way with my. When I was debating on coming here,
you had to ask her first.
I had to ask her, and she kept saying, "Yeah, that's fine." I'm like,
Are you
"This
sure?
is a trick."
Are you absolutely sure that
I've
I
seen
can
enough
go?
of this on Facebook.
You're not
I
gonna
can
get
tell.
pissed when I get back
Fine.
home, are you? You're not gonna give me the cold shoulder. I can cuddle you. Like I do that to him all the time when he pisses me off. I won't cuddle him. I'll roll over in bed. He knows I'm mad. Like that's all it takes. It's, nope. I'm good.
But then you also have to kind of like hear the tone of their voice, just to like double, triple, quadruple check. You sure? Yeah, it's okay. That's fine. You're safe. Are you sure? Yeah. Go
Yeah,
for it.
go for it.
That's a no-go.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
As
Like
a
my wife,
general rule, anytime fine is used, you
Yeah.
probably don't want to do it.
I'm fine.
generally, yeah. But my wife, so since she's an online student, like she's constantly working on homework all the time because she's trying to be a graphic designer, and she gets so frustrated all the time, and she's always frustrated at her work. And randomly, she just starts cursing. I'm like, is she mad at me? So
What I do now?
I'm scared to go ask her a question because I'm like, man, I'm gonna get my ass chewed. Like I ain't prepared for this. I just want to know what she wants to eat. Which, asking a woman that in the first place is generally a bad idea.
That is true.
It doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna go get tacos. No,
No,
I'm
I
not
don't
in the
want
middle.
tacos.
No.
How many times do you do this? Hey, honey, what do you want what do you want to eat? Food.
Oh my.
Every time.
And-
What kind of food? The food you eat? Oh my God, Mark, I'm gonna strangle you.
Oh, so it's the opposite for
Yes,
you too.
it's
No,
the
it's not
opposite.
the opposite. It's both ways.
I never say
This is a
food.
two-way
I
street.
normally say I don't know.
Okay, she does say the food part thing, all of that, but it's usually as like a mocking me.
See,
Yeah, it is.
anytime she asks, I ask her, what do you want? Food. Okay, what kind of food? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. Whatever you pick, I'm going to find something there that I'll eat. Just give me a target as to where I'm going. I can make my own decision once I get there.
That's how I am.
That's how
I'm
I
not picky.
am. But he wants a definitive answer of no, where do you want to go? I don't care. If you start naming stuff off, I'm going to start nixing it because it doesn't sound good. If you just go somewhere, I'll make do with it. I'll find something.
But
But
then
don't
that's-
just start listing things off because I'm not going to make up my mind.
It's the same thing with us, though.
Yeah, well,
Pretty
make up your
sure
damn mind.
Brooke is the only girl I've ever met that tells me exactly what she wants. She's like, I want Taco Bell.
No,
I
if
want
I were to
Chick-fil-A.
say I specifically what I wanted, the first question is, are you pregnant?
Are you pregnant?
Because I never know. The first time I
Makes
ever
sense.
said, actually, let's go to Waffle House.
Are
You're
you-
pregnant.
yeah, she
A
was-
month later,
She
I
was
was found.
pregnant
We
at
found out I
Waffle
was
House.
pregnant. So I never wanted to eat at Waffle House. They always got my order
Waffle
wrong
House is
every
disgusting.
single time.
I fucking love Waffle House.
The Route Boys Waffle House, but every time we freaking went there, they always screwed something up. And so anytime he was like, "Let's go," I was like, "No."
They gave us coffee mixed with tea once.
I wanted coffee
What?
and it tasted like tea. Like, how
It's
does that
coffee.
happen? But no, and then they always either forget something or they screw something up. So I never want to eat there. And then
That happens to
randomly
me
out
every
of the
time
blue,
too.
he's like,
But I
"Where do
don't
you
care.
wanna
I'll just eat what they put in front of me.
He's like, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "Let's go to Waffle House." He said, "You're pregnant." And then he hated me anytime I said had a craving for something, which women have cravings, pregnant or not. Okay?
Everybody has cravings.
Yeah, everybody has
Exactly.
cravings.
But no, the word craving tripped him out. So he's like, no, you need to start saying something like you have a hankering for.
You have
So
a
I
hankering.
so like the first time I was like, I've got a hankering for this. He's like, you're pregnant. I was like, why am I what? He said, well, you always say you have a craving, and now you're not saying you have a craving, you're calling it a hankering, so you're pregnant. I'm like, I can't win for losing
But
with
do
you.
you blame me? I had 2 other kids.
Well, now you have 5.
I know. I know.
I wonder
Like the
whose
hot
fault that
chocolate
is.
in the middle of the night.
Oh my god, yes!
That was
No. I told Mark at about like 8, 9 o'clock that I wanted hot chocolate. And he's like, no, I don't want to lay down. If you still want hot chocolate in an hour or 2, wake me up and we'll get hot chocolate. So like 1 o'clock in the morning, I wake his ass up. And I say, Mark, I want hot chocolate. And I don't want instant hot chocolate. I want from scratch hot chocolate. So we drove our asses down to Kroger's and bought all of the ingredients to make homemade hot chocolate on the stove. And I also wanted corn dogs, so I sat there eating my corn dogs and drinking my hot chocolate.
It sounded so gross.
That right there would have triggered me. Like, yep, she's pregnant.
No, at that point we knew I was pregnant.
Yeah.
No, at that point we did know.
That sounds revolting.
Yeah. Hot chocolate and corn dogs.
Yeah, well, I also
revolting.
wanted jelly beans and grilled cheese for dinner one night.
That makes my stomach
Like,
So-
not together.
Just, I wanted them both at the same time.
like
regardless.
eating grilled cheese and jelly
Munching
beans.
on jelly beans on the side.
That makes my stomach turn.
Hey, at least I never wanted pickles in ice cream. I wanted pickles and I wanted ice cream, just not together.
Dude, I heard Snickers and pickles together are a good
I dipped
combination.
potato chips in ice cream when I was pregnant, though. That was good.
That doesn't even sound that bad.
Yeah,
It was
no,
actually
that-
good.
that don't
It's
sound
like
bad.
It was
French
vanilla
fried
French fry and a
frosting.
frosting.
Yeah.
It was vanilla bean ice cream with regular potato
Best
chips.
combination I've ever discovered was a sugar cookie and a frosty.
Sugar cookie. Ooh, that sounds
It's
good.
super good.
Sounds really sweet.
It is super sweet, but it's so good.
Says the one who eats trolley freaking ice cream. It's not
That's
trolley. It's
not trolley. That's Sour Patch.
Sour Patch Kids ice cream.
It
Do,
tastes
wait,
really
do we
good.
have some?
Yes, he got some of that.
Oh
type of
my
biscuit.
god.
Oh my
I've never
God.
tried it. Is it any good?
The only time I've even heard that is when I saw Markiplier do a review of it. I had no idea Sour Patch. I know they made it like a Sour Patch cereal. There's a Sour Patch ice cream, and like there's Sour Patch Go-Gurt.
Ew.
Okay, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, like that. What is Sour Patch doing? Are they just losing out on all just normal candy?
Yeah, because nobody likes them.
I mean, they're
You are
alright.
incorrect.
Exactly.
I like
Okay,
them.
you guys, whatever. Screw you.
You just don't like chewy candy.
I don't like chewy candies.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not a big like sweet eater in general, but I'll drink gallons of soda every day. Oh, sorry, I'm in Ohio now. I have to say pop.
Call it what you will, it don't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I could just be like Florida and just call it Coke. Everything.
Everything is cool.
Can I get a
Mountain
Coke?
Dew? Wait,
What?
what? What's
No,
that?
I'm good. I'll pass.
That is.
It's like trying to pass you a
Really
joint.
That already like
It's
looks
like,
like
no, I'm
baby
good.
Spoon.
That's the only first thing I found.
I can feel my
This-
teeth decaying
oh,
by
no,
looking
right.
at it.
What the hell are all my
Jesus.
silverware?
Who knows?
You wouldn't believe how many things I've eaten with a baby spoon.
Whoa.
We sit here, like feeding Ayla, and I'll be like,
This looks kind of
pretty
good.
good. Here you
Only
go.
when it's the fruit. The vegetables are disgusting.
No, they are absolutely disgusting. There's no flavor to them.
You
Cannot.
talk about crazy crap that people have eaten. I got my brother to try my breast milk once.
Oh my.
Ew.
I
We-
think I
weren't
heard
we-
that. I
Yeah,
heard about
he
that
was
one.
drunk.
He was drunk.
He was drunk.
Dude, it's about anything when you're drunk.
I will say it wasn't from the tap, thank God.
No.
That,
Ew!
You're trying my breast milk.
that would have been a deal
Come here,
breaker.
brother.
Brother!
That would have been a deal breaker.
Oh
He would have
God.
covered up instantly like, hey, no, I'm out of here.
God! No, I was basically. Oh, he's been ready for bed, honey.
Go put 'em-
But no,
put 'em as
I
fast as
was
fire.
basically milking myself, and he's like,
Go.
I heard that breast milk is sweet. Like, it is? Huh. You want to try it? Mark says it tastes like it could go in coffee. And he took a swig of it.
Hey, we have sex and we do some crazy things. It's not like I was trying to get some. Okay,
It just happened.
it just happened. Kevin is shaking his head at me right now. He's like, I can't believe that I just heard that.
Some bodybuilders drink breast milk.
I think I need an adult.
I am
You
an
ever heard
adult.
that? I
You
need
feel the
an
same
adult.
way right now. It's
I needed an adultier adult.
yeah.
I need an adult that can adult better than I can adult.
So pretty much anyone else.
Anyone else than anyone that's at this table right now would be better.
I mean, at this moment, yes, you're right.
So speaking of adulting,
Yay, Bills!
yeah. So
God.
unfortunately for you guys, like you got like thrown into the adult life like super early. When you're in the military, adult life isn't really a thing. You basically just have a bunch of man children running around. You don't actually
I believe
experience
it.
what it's like being an adult until
You get out.
I got out is when I realized like, oh crap, this is what it's like to be an adult. I have to go get insurance and medical stuff. What? I have to like budget my money so I can pay for everything and not get allowance for housing. What? Oh no, I was not prepared for this at all.
Take me back.
No, let's not get crazy.
Let's not go too far.
Oh man.
No, I'm never going back.
I think I talked to one of my military buddies one time. He said it's pretty much like being in PE class all the time.
Well, it depends on the branch. If you're in the Air Force and the Marines, yeah, probably. Not the Air Force, sorry. Chair Force. So, they don't do anything. Let's be real here. And I could say that I was in the Navy. Everybody in the military knows. Everybody just craps on everybody.
It's true.
Nobody get super offended by this. God.
Calm down, sailor.
Did anybody ever call you a seaman?
Actually, no, because I was never actually a seaman. When I went into...
Are you sure about that? How are you living?
I was a sperm, not a seaman. So, the joke's on you.
Yeah,
Learn your
the
anatomy.
Sperm is in the semen, you dumbass.
But no, when I went into boot
Something new
camp,
every day.
when I went into boot camp, I was an E3, and since I was gonna go in as a nuke electrician, I was automatically a fireman. So it's like, yeah, I'm a fireman. Cool, you put out fires? No. I generally could probably cause a fire.
Fire.
That's what they call me.
That's my specialty.
It's Kevin.
I wrote.
Fire and drinking.
Yeah, fire and drinking. That sounds.
Do you like Fireball?
No.
My wife
Honestly,
loves
That's one thing I
Fireball.
have not
fan.
had a chance to try.
I
Seriously?
like it.
Fireball?
I like it.
I've been pregnant for 3 years. I got pregnant with my first baby before
When
I
you
turned
put it
21.
like that, it
Whose
sounds
fault is
like,
that?
what the fuck's wrong with you? Spit it out
Honestly, I'm not
now.
a fan of Fireball.
You've been.
I like cinnamon though.
I like it.
I can't stand cinnamon. It
Yeah,
drives me
I
crazy.
didn't expect
You know,
me
there's-
to actually like it. Like, as soon as
Hot
someone tried,
tamales?
like, was like, try this. I was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, try those. Went down
See,
smoother
if
than
you
I
want to talk
expected. I
about
thought it was
something
gonna be
that
harsh.
most people don't like, that I can chug,
Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Jaeger and absinthe.
I like absinthe. I hate Jaeger.
I don't know what absinthe is, and I hate
Oh
Jaeger.
my god.
I don't think I tried
Absinthe
it.
is like extremely
Absinthe
strong
is
and
like
has the
Jaeger
black
on
liquor.
crack.
Yeah.
It's black
it's-
licorice. It's like drinking a black
Isn't that like
licorice
110
stick.
proof or something?
But it's like, yeah, it's like
Depends, yeah.
extremely high in
The only reason I
alcohol.
like absinthe is because it's
that's why I like
really
moonshine,
strong.
because it's
But I
really
yeah.
strong proof.
Get you drunk
but
with
it's
it.
we
smooth.
all
I
got
hate Jaeger.
we were
'cause,
together. We were all the three of us were in a party with another couple, and Jaeger was brought in.
Pause right quick.
I'm not going into the full
No
party
names on
scene.
this one.
Yeah, no, can't.
I
It
need
got
an adult.
bad.
It got bad,
I need an
bad.
adult.
It got.
Yeah.
It got.
But no.
bad.
I don't even know that one.
Yeah, you're not going to
Actually,
know
I
it.
think you do.
You know part of it. The whole night though is.
But
it's
no,
a slight blur.
we
I
had-
woke up
When
on
was
a.
it?
I woke
Out
up
of-
on a
out
on
of-
a toddler bed.
No.
I,
Wait,
s-
what?
I woke up on a toddler bed. I sat up and I'm like, why the hell am
remember
I?
that.
Yeah, because he and I walked home.
I do
I
remember
think
that.
he had already left at that point. He might have.
No.
Did you crash there that night?
Well, I stayed for like a couple more hours, but
No.
I was
No,
just
we
watching
ended up
Netflix
walking
on their
home.
TV while they were
I
all
do-
upstairs.
Yeah.
But no,
don't
no.
remember.
Oh god.
There was like 6 of us.
I don't know this at all.
There was 5 or 6 of us, and they were making the jug of death. and
Jaeger
Jaeger was
Dust.
one
I
of
remember
the
the
one
Jaeger
of the
Dust.
alcohols brought in. And he and I are the only ones who took shots of it without making faces or like getting like weirded out from it.
That was the last time I drank Jaeger.
Was it really? I don't blame you. That was a shitty ass night.
I can't do Jaeger anymore.
It was bad.
Oh man.
But no, like, I'm sorry, like, that makes me proud that I could take a shot like that and not, like, that was like one of the first times I got really bad.
I remember
drunk,
he was
though.
like, "No, don't do this. Don't start it this way." And I'm like, "We're doing shots. Let's do it."
And then I got mad because I was only able to get one shot of Jaeger because you dumped the rest
Yeah,
of
we
it
dumped
into
the
the
rest
damn
of it.
bottle.
Well, that's tradition. Jug of Death's base is mostly Jaeger.
Man, am I real glad that I'm not a heavy drinker.
Oh, we got slammed with
I don't
3
drink
kids pretty
anymore.
damn fast. Neither are we.
Like literally,
Our wedding.
was it 2 weekends ago that we
Yeah.
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 2 weekends
No,
ago we were
hold
like
on.
just
the
sipping on.
three
That wasn't
of
even
you
heavy.
got drunk.
Yeah, we got.
It
I wasn't
wasn't.
even really drunk.
Well, it was like a strong
I was
buzz.
just kind of buzzed.
It was.
Yeah.
It was like the equivalent of 3 beers.
I don't know about that.
See, but 3 beers
It was
for me
more-
will pretty much put me on my
no.
ass.
It was more
No,
than
no,
that.
no,
We
no.
ran out and got more.
No,
remember?
no. You all split a 6-pack
Do you
of
still have any of
ciders.
that?
I think I've got one cider boy left.
No.
No.
Kevin.
What the hell? Yeah, no, it's down there.
Kevin drank on it.
Did I?
It's still in there.
You guys drank.
Me and Brittany drank the rest of them
Oh, I
the
was
next
gonna
day.
say. I was like, I know there was 2 screwdrivers.
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
you guys drank my entire bottle of grape
That was
vodka.
good. That was dangerous.
Yeah, y'all drank my entire
That's 'cause
bottle
I'm a
of
good
grape.
mixer.
You still
No,
owe me
the
a bottle.
screwdrivers.
I'll get you one.
The screwdrivers straight out of the bottle.
It
Those
just-
were
We drank the.
It's
You
like
guys
drinking
had the
Sunny D.
6-pack.
It was like so-
You guys finished off like 9 ounces of my Concord grape
Oh, yeah,
wine.
that's right.
The last like 2 sips of our honey mead.
God, that's some
Um,
good shit.
And then we went
And
out and
then-
got another 6-pack, only one of which we have left, and 2 bottles of screwdrivers,
And
one
we
of which
finished-
y'all downed in
Yeah,
one
we
night.
finished the
So
whole
no, y'all
screwdriver.
were drunk.
I wasn't
Don't try.
drunk.
Don't you dare. Because you were doing your whole thing that you do when you get. You might
Strong
not have been
buzz.
full on drunk, but you were
No, if I
strong
was
buzzed.
drunk out of emergency purge.
No,
really don't
you
know I
were
was drunk.
full. You were highly buzzed
I was buzzed. I'll give it that.
because you even had to tell me I'm behaving myself because the
Damn.
kids were there.
I was.
You were,
I had a strong.
but you knew that you were far enough gone that you had to really try to
It
control
was getting
yourself.
to the point where
I got a
needed
strong
to
buzz
stop.
last night. Some Parrot Bay.
Fair Bay's good.
Strawberry.
And I was mad
Strawberry
because
candy.
I was
Andy's
the
over
most
here
sober
just
one.
like staring over here like I don't know what to say.
I mean, if I do
Be
drink,
thankful.
most of the time I just drink Angry Orchard, and
And
it's
that's the stuff
it's
I'll
delicious.
generally go for.
Yeah, that's the safe place to go.
If,
Yeah,
I'm,
that's-
if I'm
yeah, that's
feeling
pretty
real
safe.
frisky, I'll jump into Jack and Coke. But
I like
Be
wines
thankful
and
you
mixed
were never
drinks.
really around right after high school with me. Because those times,
I
that's
don't.
why this guy got fucked up.
I don't like drinking with this one.
He's
can't
scared.
keep up
Should I even mention
No, not
that
just
I was a
that.
part of that?
It's not even that. It's when I try to pull myself back, he keeps pushing.
Here, drink. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm a
No,
very good
drink.
bartender. I'm not very good at bouncing.
well, since we're talking about him pushing people, and we're gonna go back to the party that I had
Oh,
at my
God.
house. He knew to stop giving me drinks. He kept serving to everybody else, but me and my panic attack because the house, my parents' house, is getting destroyed.
In my defense, I did help you clean up.
That is true. Everybody was real considerate when they realized, hey, the party host is having a panic attack right now. Maybe we should chill
I
out.
think we all kind of sobered up and started trying to bring it
Yeah,
down.
I started hiding the alcohol after that.
People were
Where's the
trying to
alcohol
start
that
a
we drink
fire in
all?
the fire pit in the back, and
No.
And then
No.
Yeah, they were.
They
It was just
were.
wet wood.
No. You said that we were gonna have a fire for the party, and I came up. Hey, what's going on with the fire? Where's the fire? And like 3 guys went out, and they were all trying to start the damn fire, and none of them get it started. So I went out behind them and lit that bitch up. So
I was too busy bartending.
I was busy trying to be an adult, and I should not have been trying to be an adult.
No, I should have just had fun.
Yeah, I should have had fun. I should have just trusted everything would have been fine. But no.
I told you when I got there. I got your back.
Yes, I know, but
you
still.
didn't have his back enough not to let people destroy the. hot
you
dog.
had his spine in your hand. That was about it.
I don't think you understand.
Okay,
After
the
that
hot
party,
tub.
I spent like 13 hours cleaning that hot tub.
Oh God.
I do feel bad about the hot
I'm
tub.
never allowed to use that hot tub again.
I do feel bad about the hot tub.
I
Wait,
do
hold
too.
on. What happened to the
I
hot
really
tub?
do.
People were getting in and out with really muddy feet.
Yeah, well, because there were so many
wrecked
people in
that
it,
water.
because there were so many people in it, the water was like overflowing, making really bad mud and water,
And I do feel bad for that. There was nothing I could do about it.
Oh no, there's nothing anybody can do about it.
I tried to tell him, stop getting in and out so much. If you need a drink, tell me. I'll bring it to you. And
I think
they
I
still
did it
just
like
kept getting out of the
I
damn
think I
thing,
did it
get
like
back
4
in.
times. But you also have to think there was a lot of different people in it, and a lot of us like. I don't think that was all dirt. I think a lot of that was also skin. There was
They were dominating beer
a
pong
good
with
portion of dead skin.
That was
in
a good time.
I'm good at beer pong.
Dude,
I
my
don't play very
parents,
often.
Yes.
my
Yeah.
parents used to have beer pong Saturdays. It was every Saturday. It was beer pong. And then we had kids, and they became grandparents.
They've miled up.
Oh, they really, really have.
Mellowed out. That's a better term. Mellowed out. They're really mellowed out. Probably for the better.
So, on the topic of parents, has anybody else noticed that it's weird? Like, you never really acknowledge that your parents are old until
I do.
it's like too late.
Yeah.
Like my parents are like in their 60s now, and it's like, what? I definitely remember when, I was racing my mom down the block of my street because I thought I was faster than her. I was. I beat her by like a quarter of a second. But that's
But
besides the point.
Now you're almost to that point where you were her age, and you're like, oh God, okay, now I see why I was faster than her.
Yeah. It's weird to think about because like now my stepdad has glasses, like,
Okay.
actual
No,
glasses
see, I've
now.
always known my parents were old.
Well,
I've always straight up, you guys are old.
Well,
so there's that difference of like you guys are old and like acknowledging finally like, man, they're getting to that old age. We're like here in the next 10 to 15 years, I need to start thinking about what I'm gonna do when they go,
I got some time.
which terrifies me to no end.
how old is Dad?
52, I want to say.
Jeez.
So
Did
my
I hear-
adopted mom, I think, is reaching her 60s.
I said
My-
60s. I meant 50s for my parents.
Well,
I was like-
my adopted dad passed away October 2 years ago. So, but he also had a lot of health problems and just didn't care enough about himself to take care of himself.
Mhm.
So, and I've completely cut myself off for them. So I can't really have the, oh, you're a lot older than I remember because I don't see her anymore. I don't
Yeah.
talk to her. And then I've only been with my biological family for 5 years. So they were also very young when they had me.
Mhm.
And a lot of people are shocked to find out not only is she a mother, but she's also a grandmother. Like, no one believes it.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, this is my daughter. You're old enough to have an adult daughter? Like, no way. So, I mean, plus she's also the type that, like, constantly has her hair dyed and she's covered in tattoos. So she doesn't really look her age, which isn't really even that old. So,
That's
I
how
think
my
she's
wife
like
is.
early to mid 40s.
Yeah, my wife is 33 and everybody thinks she's 19 all the time. But
That's better. I'm only 23 and everyone thinks I'm like 30. So I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult.
Yeah. I think when I had the realization that my dad was old was when I asked him to pass football with me, and he said, no, too old for that. It was like, just 2 years ago we were passing it.
Yeah.
He gets maybe like 2 or 3 good throws in with the grandkids.
Yeah, then he's done. He's like, okay.
I threw out my
I
arm.
gotta sit down. My rotator cuffs.
I mean, just working with him back when I was a teenager to working with him now, you can tell.
Oh
like,
my god,
his,
yeah. It's like every little move, he's like, oh god, ow, oh. Dude, getting in attics with him is like nuts. But the crazy thing about it is he's sitting there, he's in pain the whole time, but he's like outrunning me in the attic, and I'm just like, slow down.
I mean, he's been doing it for 30 years.
He's sitting there aching pain the whole way, like, oh shit, god. And I'm like all the way on the other side of the house still, like, come on.
Maybe if you take it slower, you wouldn't be complaining so much.
Yeah. He's got that go
Yeah, he's a
mentality.
really
doesn't
hard
stop.
worker.
Even if it hurts.
He's always been a hard worker.
And I'll be like, Dad, you want me to do that? Dad, you want to do that? No, I got it.
But then he bitches afterwards.
Yeah, you're like, oh, my hands are cramping. I'm like, let me finish it. No, I got it.
It's that electrician pride, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta
Once
get
you
that-
start it, you have to finish it.
Yep.
Nobody else could touch it.
So what I do is I'm what's known as a call guy. So basically I go to the shop and I sit there and I wait for a breakdown to happen. And then when a breakdown happens, I have to go do the troubleshooting and figure out what the problem is and fix it. I absolutely hate having to call in other people to come try and help me figure it out. It drives me nuts if I can't figure out a problem because I will spend hours upon hours trying to figure out what the problem is. So I refuse to call for help until like somebody else is just like, dude, you've been up here for like 4.5 hours. We
Yeah,
should
but-
probably call somebody else. I'm like, no, I know it's right in front of me. I'm missing
gonna
something.
fix this.
You ever do that 4.5 hours? You call somebody in first
They-
3 seconds. That's the problem.
That happened to me the other day.
Oh,
So,
man.
let me tell you. So basically, we had issues with this guy's brakes. For anybody that doesn't, well, obviously nobody knows because I haven't said it yet. I'm an overhead crane technician. So this guy's brakes were they were like tight. So we went up there and we adjusted them, you know. And he's saying that his foot pedal stopped working. I'm like, okay, it's weird. So we start like looking around, looking at it, like, okay, everything's setting up normal. Everything's operating the way it should be. Why is the foot pedal not working? So then we, how did it go about? Basically found out that a contact wasn't pulling in correctly. So we're like, okay, that's the problem. So we don't have time to fix it right then and there. So we tie the contact shut, let it run. That way the crane can operate, they can go about doing their thing. Cool. Well, after we did that, we realized, hey, this hydraulic pump for the brakes aren't working. Like, okay, maybe that's the problem. So we look at it, motor's perfectly fine, Meg's out fine. We look at the board for it. Doesn't even set up. Nothing happens to it. No power to it at all. We replaced every single fuse that we knew of that existed. For those, nothing. Nothing happened. We called finally, like 6 hours go by. We finally get like a group of guys that come in. And they go up there and they're like, hey, we found a blown fuse. Where? And it's literally there's this little box. And it's not even anywhere near where the panel is. It's on the complete opposite end. It's not on any type of diagram or print. Nobody knows it exists unless you've had the problem before. So they find the problem, they fix it, they come back down, and then the manager for the company comes down and is like, so why did it take you guys like 6 hours to find or to figure out the problem, and then some guys come in and they figure it out in 20 minutes? Or we're like, we pull out the diagrams, we're like, this is why. He was like, so
Tell me where
he's
this
like,
is.
it's bad training? Is it not enough knowledge? I'm like, no, it's literally not on a print. And if we would have known that box existed, that would have been the first thing we checked. And so we looked like idiots, and now me and my co-partner are basically just like, oh, it's these guys. They don't know anything. Like, yeah, great, thanks.
See, but I feel like that's a similar to a problem that many men seem to have. When it's like, when you ask your husband to go find something, and you tell them exactly where it's at, and they go looking for it, and they come back out, I can't find it. Mark, it's right here.
You know,
Go
defense-
back, and they take 20, 30 minutes, they can't find it. You go in, it's right there.
In our defense, a lot of the time we forget what we're even looking for.
To be honest, the amount of times I walk into a room and forget, like, just be like, why did I walk in here?
Yeah.
What?
It's
I mean,
literally like,
And then you
do
turn
that
around,
too, but-
you walk back out of the room, and then you're like, oh yeah, and then you walk back.
wait.
It's like you
the
go.
threshold is just a memory wipe.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say that I don't understand that because I've done that. Like, I've gone with, like, an article of clothing to go put in the laundry room once and then just, like, completely passed through the laundry room and walked out into the garage. Like, not, like, what am I doing out here? What was that? Oh! Like, no, I'm supposed to be back there. Like, I get that. But when I tell you, right right where it's at 5 times. And you come back out, I can't find it.
I can almost promise you
He
4
did
out of
not
the 5
remember.
times. No, not even not remembered. He wasn't listening.
I know. Trust me, I know.
The amount of times my wife will start saying something,
And you just-
and then she'll be like, "Are you even listening?" I'm like, "That's a weird way to start a conversation." But the thing is, like with my wife, so we're both gamers. Like, I've got a gaming headset. She doesn't use a headset because it
Oh,
hurts
yeah.
her ears. But I'll put my headset on, but I keep one headphone off. Well, I worked in a propulsion plant. My hearing's not as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
So she'll start talking to me or whatever, and I've got audio playing in my other ear, so I'm listening to that because I'm playing a game and I'm trying to pay attention, and she's talking, and then she's like, "Are you even listening to me?" What? Like, you're gonna have to speak up.
That's like him when he's playing on his damn phone. He'll be sitting there
I gotta
just.
go pick up Brooke.
Bye, Joe.
See you, Joe.
Bye.
And he'll just be sitting there like playing his game or scrolling through Facebook, and I'm like, "Hey, honey, can you do this and this?" Or, "Hey, babe, can you Jasper did this today, blah, 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 blah. We had this going on, and babe, Mark!"
What?
That's exactly what it is. Like, what? Did you hear a thing I just said? And then sometimes he pulls it out his butt and he heard everything I said. Like, sometimes you were talking about this, and this. And I was like, "Hey, can you, like, acknowledge the fact that you're actually listening to me?"
No.
Because
No.
But hasn't it been
But
correct me if I'm wrong, it's been like
acknowledgement is too easy.
scientifically proven that as men get older, they can't hear higher pitched noises. So that's why men never listen as they get older.
It's true.
that could be. I don't know.
I'm
I don't have.
I might be
that
wrong,
gift of a
but
voice, though, do I?
from what I
I
heard,
am fully willing to roll with that.
Do I
Yeah.
have to bring my voice down to here?
Hey, I can hear you.
Oh, you said something.
I'm not deaf.
I just got real good at reading lips.
See, but then he'd have to look at me when I'm speaking to him, which he doesn't like to do that either. So
Yeah.
nasty.
Concentration is hard sometimes.
Constant what?
Yeah. Spell concentration.
I'll be sitting there feeding the baby, and he'll come in and
Because, you
oh
know.
hey,
Welcome to literally every dude.
Not me.
which I guess is why so many people say there's an issue when you breastfeed in public. I'm like, I don't care.
It is what it is.
It
So
is.
back to the lip reading thing. That just reminded me. My my mom's mom, my grandmother, my mama, she's deaf, and she learned how to read lips. And it's fun to watch her when she doesn't have her hearing aid on, because she'll kind of mouth the words that you're saying, and it's so weird. It's like she understands me. She knows what I'm saying. But at the same time, she could have her hearing aids off, and we'd walk through the house. And we'd just be walking normally, and she'll yell out, "You guys quit horse playing!"
That's a good hearing aid.
Mind you, this is also the same grandma who rolls her own cigarettes with paper and tobacco, no filter, and they're like that.
Sounds about right.
It looks
For,
They're
like
about
for
the-
reference, it's about the size of a quarter.
I mean, like, they're huge.
it's like and it looks like a joint. So she has actually been stopped by police before. Like, what are you smoking on? And she'll pull out her. It's Prince Albert in a can.
And she sits there and she'll roll it all. And
You better
I-
let him out. Cue the corny jokes from.
And this is a real
God.
skinny older lady that and she looks like she probably had fun in her hippie days. Like, she really does.
We're peeking a little
She
bit.
did it though. We've
But-
been peeking through the whole thing.
We really have. You know, me and Andy's voices are pretty high there.
I'm not that loud. I've been watching the meter. I'm apparently peaking. How am I peaking? I'm not that loud.
I don't know.
Goes back to that high pitch thing
Let's
about.
all talk with a soft, soothe.
Okay, not that quiet because it's not picking it up at all.
Shut up.
It's starting to get to that point where I've said it in other podcasts where I'm tired. I'm really
Every
tired.
podcast.
I've said it just about every podcast. I'm tired like 24/7.
You have 5 kids and work a full-time job.
Yeah, I know. So it's like I end my one full-time job and come to another full-time job.
Which is really only a part-time job because you have more help here than you do at work.
You can have a partner and still be working a full-time job.
That is true. But I get the brunt of it.
She
I'm
does.
tired,
and I
too.
thank you for it. Wow, you're actually tired?
The man who never sleeps.
Well, when you gotta leave the house at 2:30 to
Good
get
point.
to work at 4, walking across town.
That's what you get for working at a donut joint.
Hey, I'm making decent money. It's worth it.
That's what matters.
It's not that he works at a donut joint. It's that he works across the town.
Yeah.
It's
And
literally
doesn't
It could
drive.
literally be on my side of the town. It wouldn't matter.
yeah. It's like a 5-mile walk from his house to the donut joint.
I know.
And then I walk home.
I know.
So,
It's a-
I offered you a ride and then forgot we had church stuff.
I remember that.
Yeah, he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, where are you?" And I was like, "Oh."
I'm like, you left your side door open.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
my
I
tea
forgot.
still in there?
Probably.
Wait.
I put a tea in there.
Was it a jug or a bottle?
Bottle.
There's a bottle on the back.
There's a bottle of tea in there.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that! I almost drank that the other day.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to the song.
I
and
heard you humming over there.
the thing is, I don't know the words to the regular song. I know words to the Instalock parody for League of Legends. So, like, just in my mind, I'm just, like, singing how AP Rengar got fed. And
Oh.
Kevin understands.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I know
we're
you
not
don't.
gamers.
That's not just a. That's not a.
That's
PC.
technically not true.
I play Minecraft.
Minecraft.
gamer.
Minecraft.
It's like
I
info.
mean, granted,
Or how
you're not
my
much of a gamer.
how my
but you're
oldest son likes to call it, Minecraft.
Really?
Well, he
Yeah.
also calls you dead, so.
Yeah, he calls me dead.
That's
Hey,
the only way to
hey,
get it.
Dad.
Yelled at him
Hey,
earlier
Dad.
today, like,
It's the only way to
I'm
get your
not
attention.
dead.
Yet.
Only way to
Will
get his
be.
attention.
Now I will say
Working
that
on
used to
it.
be a thing that I did with Dad. Like I didn't mean to, and I know he doesn't mean
Well,
to.
he also
It's just
goes,
being
yeah,
lazy with
yeah,
your words.
yeah, instead of yeah.
Yeah,
Yeet.
Eat.
Yeah?
Eat.
yeah, yee.
No.
Okay.
No.
That is like
yeet
one
right
of
out of
my
here.
biggest pet peeves.
Is what? Slang?
Hey.
It's not even slang.
Yeet?
No, not yeet.
Oh.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
Go for
Yeah.
Being lazy with your
Like
words.
it's just like to me, it's just like
Yeah.
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 like yeah, like.
Yeah.
I got.
I mean, my dad hates people who go huh, and I do huh all the time. Like huh, what?
And he'll-
What'd you say?
He'll mock you. He'll go, huh?
Huh is a sound, not a word.
That's not true at all. It's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
I gotta point out Andy's shirt. He's wearing a Ruby t-shirt. You know, RWBY
That's not a t-shirt.
It's a hoodie.
hoodie.
Gotta represent November. It's when season 7 comes out.
You know, I watched the first and second season, and then
I've not seen a thing of it yet.
You need to watch
I know.
it. The 3rd season will rip your heart out.
I've not seen a bit of it.
You need
It's-
to.
it
It's
is very good.
phenomenal.
Did I watch it with you?
Probably, I don't know. I
So
know
have
you
you
watched
ever seen
Red
Red
vs.
vs.
Blue
Blue?
with me. At
It's
least
the-
some of it.
The Halo. So it's the same guys, but everything that they do it's like the same. They've got some of the same voice cast, but it's like other people. But it's all CGI animated.
And it's all original.
I
It's
have
all-
It's
seen it.
all original animation. It's every weapon is a gun. I'm not kidding. Ruby has a scythe that turns into a sniper rifle.
And it is awesome.
That sounds about right.
And
Yang-
I saw
I think
the
I have seen it.
I saw the footage of her wielding that weapon before Ruby came out. Like when they actually did the show, the first.
Oh
episode.
yeah, the red trailer.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yeah. Oh my god. And then the third, like, so, unfortunately, after the second season, I can't remember his name and it's killing me, and I'm gonna feel real bad because I don't remember his name. But the original design artist for their for their animation passed away, and they kind of stuck with his animation style for a little bit, but then they kind of shifted away to a different, almost more of like, the best way that I could describe it is like in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker.
Okay.
That type of art
Okay.
style, but still very CGI.
Huh.
But it's the storyline in and of itself is just phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
And oh my god, I cannot wait for season 7 to come out. Like, that was the one thing that that was the first thing I showed my wife. I was like, if we're gonna be together, you need to watch
You
Ruby.
need to watch this.
And she fell in love with it. And now every time there's a new episode, I think it comes out on Mondays, but she's got Rooster Teeth first, so we get to see it on like Saturday.
Alright.
I'm like, that's the best $5 a month I'll ever spend. But yeah, it's super, super good. Like the only reason I initially got into it is I was watching Death Battle on YouTube, and they did Tifa versus Yang. So Tifa from Final Fantasy VII versus Yang, and I was like, that's insane, and I had to watch it.
That brings up a point. How much do you know about Final Fantasy VII's remake?
I know, so from what I read, they're releasing it in 5 different DLC type things, which is weird, and
It's not DLC, it's more of a chapter story type thing.
right,
But every one of the chapters is going to be like a full-length game. So
Yeah,
they're
but-
basically turning the compressed Final Fantasy VII
Wait, so
into a
it's
master of the game.
it's like Telltale?
no.
No, it's still going to be
It's-
Final Fantasy.
Well, I mean, like in how they did theirs, like they released everything in chapters.
Oh,
It's going to kind of be like that.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of the new trailers for it recently?
I know that they're supposed to be using the Final Fantasy 15 engine, which I'm perfectly okay with.
Oh, yeah.
I loved 15.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
awesome.
It actually made one of the top games for me
Yeah.
in the series.
It'll never top Final. Nothing will ever top 10. 10 is my all-time favorite Final
I
Fantasy.
couldn't get behind 10, really couldn't.
Oh my god.
8 just got remastered.
I have not got it. I never played 8.
So on topic but off topic. Do either of you guys know what ARK is?
Ark?
Ark,
Evolved, or Survival Evolved, or whatever, the dinosaur
Yeah.
survival game.
I couldn't
know
get
what it
into
is.
that one.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's literally an Avatar world.
I couldn't
It's
do
all
it.
in real time. That's why James is obsessed with dinosaurs. Because my parents got into it. Their buddy spent the $20 a month for their own private server.
That's what my buddy does with
That's
Minecraft.
all they did every day, all
I
day.
haven't been on Minecraft in years.
I've got it on my
I miss
phone.
it.
But the controls on the phone are really.
Yeah, I
don't
like
play
it.
Minecraft on a phone.
I also have it
Well-
on the Switch too, and I don't like it. I'm being a PC gamer. It's once you start playing on, like, I used to be Xbox, like all the way Xbox, and then I got screwed over by Microsoft because of,
Xbox sucks.
yeah, and then I went to and played PlayStation for a little bit, but then I went to PC, and I can't go back.
I do, I game on my laptop, but I also, have my PS4.
Yeah, I use my wife's PS4, but if I play anything on the PS4, I'm not very good at shooters on the PC because I'm too shaky,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I can have better control with a controller.
I'm not a fan of
Your
shooters.
anger issues, are they still there?
No, actually.
Okay,
No,
because
so, okay, let
Which
me.
is
let me
surprising when you
rephrase
think
that.
about League of Legends. 'cause, geez,
last
that's-
time I watched him
that is
play
the
League
most
of Legends,
toxic game
he
in the world.
he would literally like just start screaming. He'd take his headphones off and slam them up against his keyboard, and Mama would look at you and be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah,
I think I witnessed that a few times.
that
too.
doesn't happen anymore.
I remember trying to get you to join League of Legends.
I tried. Well, I've never
You
had a
played like
computer.
3 games. and you
I've
were
never
like,
had a computer that's been strong enough to freaking do it. But I did play a few. If I had a better computer set up and, not a whole fuck ton of kids, I'd probably play it a little bit more.
If I didn't need my laptop, so I bought Borderlands 3.
Oh, jeez. I'm waiting till the price drops.
I loved it. It's fantastic. The
Is
story has some kind of moments, like
Oh,
why did they
geez.
do it that way? But
Yeah.
overall, the story was really good, and the gameplay is really good.
I saw the graphics were pretty phenomenal.
I mean, it's a Borderlands game. Like, it's...
Well, yeah, but I saw like the chests and the cardboard box
Yeah, it's...
design actually looks way
Yeah.
better.
Who makes Borderlands?
That is
Gearbox?
Yes,
Yeah, Gearbox, and they use the Unreal Engine on it. But
and it looks amazing.
Have you ever played the original Unreal Tournament?
I think I played Unreal Tournament 3. I don't know if it's the same one.
The original Unreal Tournament was what actually got me into gaming.
Oh, yeah?
Like, my dad's buddy was like, here is a bootleg version of this awesome game. And I was like, okay, whatever. And like, I'm like 10 at the time when I'm playing this. And it was like the coolest thing ever. And like, not a whole bunch of games ended up following that same design up until like when it came down to player versus player.
Yeah.
And it was like really fun playing it back then.
What was your start in gaming?
Pokemon
And
Red.
what age?
Pokemon Red, and I was like, I don't know, 7-ish.
PlayStation.
Actually, no, I don't even think it was that.
Not PlayStation.
Oh, it might have been on the Super Nintendo. I can't remember the game. I can never remember the name of the game, but I always remember it's like this little blue wizard that runs around, and you pick up these different orbs or these different items, whatever, and it changes how your attacks.
That sounds
Move around.
familiar.
And I distinctly remember listening to like Linkin Park when it was brand new, and it was the Hybrid Theory album.
Oh, yeah.
When it was brand new on the radio, and listening to that on the radio and playing this game, and
Nostalgia.
yeah, oh man,
It was just a wave, like, whoa.
I can't remember my exact start because I have vague memories of Mortal Kombat and
Spyro
Mario
PS1.
64, stuff like that.
I do specifically remember spending a lot of time playing Pokemon Red.
I remember having red and blue
God.
and yellow, and I'd spend ungodly amounts of time playing.
Yeah.
I never had yellow. I had red, and like I lived in a trailer park.
I was the kid that had the straight up level 100 Charizard before going to see Brock or any of that.
Wasted all the time
Just sitting
grinding.
there, half asleep, not even paying attention.
Well, let's be real. In the first gen, if you picked Charmander, you just automatically made it hard mode because
Yeah.
the first two
That is
gyms
true.
just counter you.
Yeah.
But
And
I
if
think
you-
my all-time favorite Pokemon that I ever played, and to this day is still Silver. I
Silver
love
was good.
Silver. I didn't like Gold. I was a huge fan of Lugia. And
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm not so much a fan of Hello.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a giant rainbow bird. Cool, whatever. But yeah, there was just something so cool about, like, you'd go through and you'd be like, yeah, new adventure, new Pokemon.
And then you get to the end, and you're like, wait, I can go back.
Yeah.
Personally, Crystal's my favorite.
You
You get the best of both worlds. Plus, you get the legendary dogs a lot easier.
Crystal was really good when it came down to the dogs and
Because
everything.
I hated tracking them down.
Yeah, because every time you'd fly to a new city, they'd just be like, nope, opposite side of the
I'm
map.
out of here now. I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
That was miserable. Crystal was good. I never went past Fire Red Leaf Green, I don't think.
I played Y for a little bit. I don't remember much of it, and I bought, what was it, Moon or whatever?
Oh.
Yeah,
I bought Moon, and I never beat it. I think I still have it sitting in my 2DS that I bought when I was on deployment,
Right.
but I just never touched it again. But then again, when they released Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, I was like, bet. I get to play yellow version again, but instead I'm having Eevee follow me around. Eevee is my all-time favorite Pokemon. It is the, like, cutest thing, and it's got
I prefer
so much...
Mew.
Well, that's because Mew is, like, the, like,
Not
base
even
of all
that. I just
Pokemon.
think it's adorable.
You can't beat Eevee. Like, I have an Eevee plushie that sits on my desk by my computer at all times. And he watches over me.
Chocobo.
I
Does
had
that count?
an ancient Mew card from the movie.
I have both the ancient Mew and the regular Mew, plus like 3 different versions of Mewtwo.
I'd have to say my favorite's Mischievous.
But I traded the ancient Mew card for a Game Boy case that was gay as hell. It was
Oh
the
my God.
stupidest trade I'd ever done, and I immediately regretted it afterwards.
Yeah.
I would too.
to go back on your Misdreavus thing, Misdreavus is my white whale, because I play Pokemon Go, and Misdreavus can be shiny. I have clicked probably thousands of Misdreavus and cannot find a shiny. The odds of finding a shiny in Pokemon Go is like 1 in 450.
Yeah.
It's significantly better than what it is in like the games. I cannot find one. And my wife has told me, she's like, I had a dream about you catching a shiny Misdreavus. And every time I see one now, I'm like, this is the one. Nope.
Did you ever catch a Ralts?
Routes?
Ralts, yeah.
Yeah.
In like the original games.
Every
Yeah.
time I
In
play.
the original, like
Because
red.
Gardevoir is just the
Routes
best.
wasn't in red, it was in
No,
Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Yeah, Ruby.
Yeah,
Gen
those
3.
ones. You caught those?
Yeah.
Okay. He could never catch one.
It's not that hard.
You helped Wally catch one.
Yeah.
Okay. He has said he's never caught one.
And I've spent hours in that patch of grass looking for one. You never. They
But wait, this story
Me
gets
and-
better.
Me and John, so we downloaded Playboy emulators on our phones.
Playboy emulators?
Playboy emulator,
Want to try that
Damn.
again?
Game Boy emulators.
Yes, that. I'm freaking exhausted, and my verbal dyslexia gets worse. Yeah, no, Game Boy emulators. And John and I are sitting there. John's playing on his phone. I'm playing on my phone, and John catches one. Hey, Dad, I caught a Ralts.
What?
What? Oh yeah. Hey, so did I.
What?
What?
And it went on like
Ultimately-
that for an hour.
Ultimately, John ended up catching 4, and I caught like 6 or 7. Like I had a whole team of them, and then like 2 or 3 extra. And he was so mad.
You know, Ralts has a secondary evolution chain, right? Instead of being Gardevoir, it can turn into Gallade, which is a fighting psychic type.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any sense.
Not
It
at all.
contradicts. So bad.
Let me punch you with my psychic power.
Well, even then, just like type effectiveness, like fighting is weak against psychic.
Yeah.
That
and
doesn't-
They just
I
kind
know.
of crammed them together.
Yeah. And honestly, in Pokemon Go, he's not even that good.
That's like a explosion waiting to happen.
Oh yeah.
That's just brain does not compute.
Error 4.
Do you need to go lay down?
Here soon.
Yeah. I think we might have to wrap it up.
Well, what are we at right now?
We're in an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about how long they are.
Generally. Any last... Anything?
Thanks for having me on, I guess.
Yeah! Thanks for coming over, man. I haven't seen
Yeah.
you forever.
It was
Not a
great to
problem.
see you.
Yeah, nice to know you've been living like right down the street for how long now?
I moved in there in May.
So yeah, this is about the same time that we moved in here.
Yeah.
We moved in April.
Yeah. So I mean, like at least now we know he lives around the corner somewhere. We don't know where you live. You know where we live, which kind of scares me now.
This
He's only gonna
one,
stalk you a
this
little
one
bit.
over here, I'm sitting in my chair, the kids are down for naps, and I'd like, just like look up, just at the door, because I got the door open, and I see,
I was
Kevin peeking around the corner.
oh, hey, what's up? Like, only
help
he would be that creepy.
I couldn't help it. I saw the door was open.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about me just randomly stalking by. I would probably drive by at some point because there's a Pokemon gym right over there.
Over there.
Yeah.
And I do raids there. That's Shawnee?
That way. It's over there.
Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go over there because it's
We
an X
walk
gym.
there.
And
There's a stop at both of these parks,
Yeah.
and then the gym.
yeah, I do the raids at those gyms all the time because I can see them from my house.
I don't play Go very often anymore.
Wow. He can see them from his house. That means he lives really close.
I can almost see where my house would be at from here. I can't see it, but that's like right where the vision blurs.
Okay.
So
So I at least have an idea of where he lives at. A little bit closer. Narrowing it down just a little bit.
it's literally like 4 streets over.
I kind of figured, like when Brittany was describing it, and she was like, "Yeah, it's like
Maple Grove.
Yeah, thanks for telling everybody where I live.
It's alright. They already know Fairborn. And all of that.
yeah." We
Sorry.
we kind of went in
What
detail
made it
about our-
personally?
This is coming from someone who has no idea about anything of Fairborn. I've been here for 4 years, so.
Yeah, that's one thing my wife, it drives me nuts. My wife does not drive anywhere. Like, she will wait for me to be home and make me drive.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
she
do that.
refuses
that's
to
kinda
learn
annoying.
anything about what Fairborn is.
That's really annoying.
She knows how to get to Kroger, and that's about it. Kroger and my mom's house.
Oh wow. Okay. Because I mean,
Okay,
all
so
you
she
gotta
knows
do
about
is.
half the town.
Yeah. It's like 3 turns, and you're like, hey, you're there. It drives me nuts. So.
I mean, do you really need to know much more than that though? When you're
Not
living in
really.
Fairborn?
Well, when she complains about how...
Kroger in your mom's house.
Well, so she plays Pogo too, so she gets mad because I get all this walking distance while I'm at work, and I get to hatch out my eggs, and I get to catch stuff.
And
Well,
at
that's
work.
what I do. That's what I.
Yeah, my wife gets mad because she refuses to go out anywhere and just go to the Pokestops or go to these raids. And she gets mad at me when I get all these cool things, and I'm like, hey, you can do that too. We have 2 cars.
Mary Help's a good place for stops.
Yeah, they don't do raids there at the gyms, though.
No. Well, there's a raid occasionally.
There shouldn't be.
And there's one at the bike shop.
There's a Pokestop there, yes. I can tell you where every Pokestop and where every
No, there's
gym
a
is in this
gym right behind it that I've had a raid
That
at.
gym's part of the Mary Help area.
They shouldn't be running raids there. They're not supposed to be.
Well, they've had raids for a little while. I don't know if they do.
Not as of
anymore.
late.
They've
No.
probably gotten rid of it.
Like, because they do raid hours where every gym that doesn't have a raid going on will have a raid. But Mary Help will always be blank. Every time now. But yeah, you asked me, I can tell you where every Pokestop is and where every gym is in this city. It's
I
kind
know
of
most of them.
It's kind of bad.
No, my mom and dad were like that in Xenia.
There's people out there who probably know like towns outside of their own town.
There's a cemetery
Pokestops.
in Xenia where there's a stop at a specific tombstone that just happens to be James Reed? James Reed, I think. Which,
Her family's awesome.
Oh.
but he's not related to us,
That's
which is
weird.
really weird.
I mean, Reed's a common name, though.
Yeah, but in the same area, I think my family's the only Reeds in that area. So, but it was really,
Very kind of. It just kind of.
and it was a Pokestop that my mom found.
I also found out that one of the gyms that I frequent for raids, the FOE building, that's now Watts Plumbing,
Wait, when did that happen?
Yeah.
I guess it just recently happened, but the guy that owns Watts Plumbing, his son is my call partner at work. So he was like, hey, do you know where the old FOE is? I'm like, yeah, like I do raids there all the time. He's like, oh, that's my dad's shop. Maybe that's why there's all those people outside his shop all the time. He was like, yeah, I was talking to my dad. He's like, yeah, there's like 15 cars parked outside my shop. And I have
We
no idea
stopped
why.
by there a few times too.
Yeah, definitely.
When we
Oh,
would go to
I
see John's games.
I remember when it closed down now because Rachel's wedding was like one of the last venues that
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah, she had her wedding reception inside.
Well, from what I understand, like they took the front part of it out, like where the dining area was, and turned it into like an office thing.
Yeah.
The bar is still there
That's funny.
with liquor and everything.
What the
And so
hell?
I guess when they do business meetings, they go back in there and it's like a party room. They got like a pool table and stuff back there, and they just
Damn.
drink and do like negotiations and stuff. I'm like, that's how you do it.
That's brilliant right there.
Yeah, like you have all the like business stuff set up front. Be like, you want to strike a deal?
Let's go in the back.
Let's go have a nice conversation.
That's
You like Jack? All right.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks, Sandy, for coming over. Since you screwed up the last outroduction.
Outroduction.
Introduction.
I think the word
Exit.
you were going is outro.
Introduction.
All right, I can see what you did there. It's a bit of a stretch, but all right, I'll take it.
As usual, if you have any ideas for any pods we can do next, leave them in the comments.
Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell.
We
Get
do
your
not do
notifications. Oh, sorry, I just learned it from every other YouTuber.
We are not those people.
Well, how are you supposed to get them subscribers, yo?
We
by
just
not screaming at him.
we just hope that eventually they'll find us.
All right, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.